Shalom to all. And I'm going to entitle this video, We Are Not Ignorant of His Devices. This is from 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. Lest Satan, the enemy, should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. I'm going to the NLT. So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his schemes. And Satan is the enemy. You got the spiritual Satan and the physical counterpart of Satan. Both physical and spiritual are enemies to us, the Israelites, and really to the world. Satan standing up against Satan. Let me try AMP. To keep Satan from taking advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. 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 And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in a minute. I just found out about this minutes ago. And I'm in New York.
Strong's G 3540. Naima. Naima.
A mental perception, thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks the mind, thoughts, or purposes. An evil purpose, deceive. Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So the majority of the people on this planet Earth don't know what's going on. They don't know the schemes of the super elite. There he will remove the cloud of gloom, the shadow of death that hangs over the earth. And on this mountain he will destroy the covering that is cast over all people, and the evil of death that is woven and spread over the nations. The majority of the people on this earth are clueless as to what's going on. Isaiah, I believe that's Isaiah 61. Could be Isaiah 60. Let me go to Isaiah 60. Arise, shine, for thy light For thy light is come, and the glory of the Yahweh is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness or thick darkness the people. But Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, the Israelites. As you read the rest of the script, the chapter, it's talking about the other nations going into slavery. So now let me get into what I'm getting into. Not this. Okay, this I found out about it. I was watching Squirrel Tribe, and she had mentioned that flooding. And I said, what, flooding? It was raining earlier, but it stopped. Downpour in Queens. New York flood expressway leaves drivers stunned. Now, I've been through Queens area, and it's taken this particular highway, and it got flooded like this, but I went right through it. But you see a truck stop, you see people out of the cars. You see this one, this is a pickup truck, and they moving, but they got to move slow. Look at this. They had to abandon their cars. Look at this. See, the cars that I drive are SUVs or crossovers because they're higher up. Look at that. That car's done. He got to junk that car. Car's done. And people just thinking, oh, it's a rain. I don't know what God's telling them. Yeah, God, it ain't dealing. It's not God. It's the devil. It's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon, Satan. Because he has a new device. Look, this is a pickup truck, and it's moving slow. Now, one of these people, all these people are clueless as to what's going on. You don't see flood. You don't see 18-wheelers stuck like this. Look at this. 10 minutes ago, power restored at West 4th Street subway train because of the water, the floods. Came out of nowhere.
Before the storms even rolled in, there was a flood of issues with the subway. For the second time this week, people had to deal with power issues that caused the signal problems. So Lindsay Tuckman has been in Greenwich.
Okay, this is something else. Power outages.
Had problems trying to get to work. Now they're got stuck in the mess.
Okay, where is this? New York City AI
That's
news.
This morning on the way.
AI news videos blur lines between real and fake reports. Let me just see what's going on before I close. Things are happening because they're making things happen. Old saying from, not Stalin, but what's the Russian leader that's in state? Give me a second. Anyway, he said there's years that go by that nothing happens, and there's weeks that go by. How does it go? Give me a second. Let me give you the quote. Give me 1 second. Let me check something. Give me a second. Years go by where nothing happens, and weeks go by where years happen. Right, Lenin. He's still in state. If you go to Russia, he's in state. You can see his dead body. He's been dead for over 100 years. And his body's preserved. Lenin said, there are decades where nothing happens. There are decades where nothing happens. And there are weeks where decades happen. Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Who said the quote, there are decades where nothing happens, and there are weeks in which decades happen. You should know what that means. What is the meaning of the quote, there are decades? There are decades where nothing happens, and there are weeks where decades happen. What's a week or two? We're in decades of, top answer, what Vladimir I. Lenin was referring to was the tendency for I can't read, I gotta open it up, which I'm not gonna open it up. Let me do this. I know what it means. I hope you know what it means. Let me do this. Meaning. Let's get the meaning. The phrase, there are decades where nothing happens and there are weeks where decades happen, means that periods of relative stability and slow change can be punctuated by periods of rapid or transformative change of 10 within a comprised time frame. So this is what we're going through. Pressure from above, pressure from below, pressure from above, problem, reaction, solution. Never let a good, event. That's another statement I got to get right in my mind. Give me another second. Never let a good crisis go to waste. Never let a good crisis go to waste. The saying, never let a good crisis go to waste, suggests that even in challenging situations, there are opportunities for positive change and improvement that should be recognized and utilized. What's the guy that I'm trying to get? It was actually Winston Churchill that said that in what's this guy? He was a former so-called Jew. He was part of the Obama cabinet. Something Romney, I think it is. It says, quote, uncovered, who said no crisis should go to waste. Winston Churchill stated, never let a good crisis go to waste. But who repeated it? Was it Nit? Give me a second. I want to get his name right. Who else said this? Yep, there he is. Rahm Emanuel, small hat. He was the mayor of Chicago during the time of the Obama administration. He was also part of the cabinet. So that wasn't his quote. That was this guy's quote. Bring him back. Winston Churchill's quote, the premier of Great Britain. Problem, reaction, solution, meaning. Problem, solution, reaction describes a persuasive or manipulative tactic where a problem is created or exaggerated. Public reaction is provoked and a predetermined solution is then presented as the only way to resolve the issue. So y'all gotta wake up. Anyway, shalom.